Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to my basement as I'm about to watch episode 2 of season 1 of the series Outlander, streaming now on Netflix. So episode 1 was very intriguing. I'm like trying to gather all the pieces. We met Claire, who was married to Frank. They had been separated during World War I, kind of grew into being different people, and were trying to reconnect. And it looked like they were doing okay. Like they could have maybe possibly gone on to have been a fine married couple. But Frank was researching his ancestry. I love ancestry. And anyway, they found this druid circle. It was 7 was happening soon. The area was charged. Claire touched the rock, fell through, and is now back in 1700s, I think. We're in the 1700s during the Jacobite Rebellion. Dropped right into the middle of a battle and is now with the Scots, including Jamie. And we have met Jamie. So where do we go? Well, I don't know where we go. Well, obviously, we're going someplace, but I enjoy visually. It is beautiful. The acting so far is well done. There's nobody where I'm like, I don't like how they deliver their lines. I've just kind of fallen in and I'm experiencing the world, which is when I'm watching something, I want to just sit and experience. And if something's really, really, really cool, then it will pop me out. I'll go, ooh, that's really cool. But for the most part, if I'm just kind of floating along in the environment, stellar storytelling. I totally enjoy that. So where did we leave off? They just ended up at Castle, I think it's called Castle Leoch, which we believe was the Mackenzies. I don't know how that tied in with Frank at all. Frank was a Randall and his family were British fighting the Scottish. And we met his ancestor who's a douche canoe, as we expected. So I say that you're telling me quit yapping and let's get into the episodes. So I've got my big cozy blanket. I've got my beverage of choice. I'm ready to roll. Thanks for joining me today, and let's get to it.
The last time I was here, Frank and I simply took the car.
Yeah.
But after spending 2 days and nights jolting
That is
along
totally
the
crazy to think. So totally crazy to think about just how much distance you can travel on car as opposed to horse.
You'll all be needing breakfast, I reckon. Plenty in the kitchen. Away in and feed yourselves.
Please don't tell me she dies. Please she lives. She must live. This woman must live. Maybe, unless she says something smart now.
Come with me. We shall find you something to eat, something to wear that's a bit more, well, a bit more. Call out if you need anything else.
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Fitzgibbons.
Everybody calls me Mrs. Fitz.
I love how here she just leaves him alone, half naked. And in Bridgerton, it's like, no, you mustn't be within the same room, unattended. Oh.
Why were you flogged?
Well, the first time was escaping for William, and the second was theft.
Why were you escaping in the first place?
They were holding me prisoner.
Why? On what charge?
Because he's Scottish. And probably shooting at him.
I was up in the fields when I heard shouting.
Jenny!
Were they taking her? Well, they're going to kill her, aren't they?
You care to see more? Or would you rather go into the house and offer me better entertainment?
Don't go with him. Even if he slits my throat right before your eyes.
And then he'll just take her anyway. And you'll be dead. Oh, no. No.
So, Mrs. Peachum was wrong.
I was just thinking about my husband.
Is he not alive?
No, actually. He's not alive.
So kind.
I'm sorry. I didn't...
Tension. That was good.
You need not be scared of me. Nor anyone else here. So long as I'm with you.
When you're not with me?
That was my question too.
Likely someone will want to speak to you before too long.
I suppose you're right.
So if you get flung back in time, floundering, who do you trust with the truth? Who do you trust with the truth? Mm-hmm.
Come along. What kind of corset is that?
It's a brassiere. But it's from France.
Oh.
There we go. Just say everything's from France.
There. Now you're ready to be taken to himself.
Who's himself? That doesn't that sounds ominous.
1743. England and France are at war again.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting, I took a course in withstanding interrogation as part of officer training, and the basic principle was that you stick to the truth as much as humanly possible, only altering those details that have to be kept secret.
I am a widowed lady from Oxfordshire.
It's true that Captain Randall has a certain reputation, but he is an officer, a gentleman.
Is he now?
Decided to rape a stray lady traveler he came upon in the woods for no good reason.
Actually, that is true. Mm-hmm.
Is there ever a good reason for rape?
I beg your forgiveness, madam. An unfortunate turn of phrase on my part.
Even some of their customs and colloquialisms were familiar. But it was all secondhand knowledge, acquired from books, museums, paintings.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Good. Very quick. Oh. Oh, no! But he's not dead! I've got you. I've got you.
But then you begin to wonder.
She just strolled right down the center of that room there, didn't she? So my brain immediately goes, they had to hunt that within the last few days to feed all those people because you know there's no refrigeration. And no, where's the grocery store? Because they had to then grow all that produce in the area. My brain goes off like a shot.
The ties we have to France are old, but not close.
And what part of France do your folk come from exactly?
The relatives I have are from the north, near Compiègne.
Compiègne.
You know somebody from Compiègne.
Where is he, though, Dougal? I sent him to the stables to help old Alec with the horses. Best place for him under the circumstances. You don't want him inside the walls. I reckon he'll do well enough there. Bring us a bottle of the Rhenish.
Baby, don't drink so much, Claire.
I saw you playing earlier today in the courtyard with your father.
With my father?
Yes, surely you remember, Dougal. You were swinging him around.
It's not his father.
I'm afraid rigors of the past few days have been catching up with me.
And you downed a whole crap ton of wine.
If you'll excuse me, I think I should retire early
Apparently
tonight.
in the interrogation technique, she did not listen to the one where you talk as little as possible to just keep your trap shut. She has a change of clothes. She has a change of clothes. Here's the thing about period. We know they're not going to have a wardrobe available to them. Just you can dress them in the same thing from day to day.
Nice.
Ow.
Just think you'd eat grass if there was nothing else.
I have.
One might ask why you were raiding cattle and living the life of a thief instead of tending to your own farm.
Guessing the farm was taken from them.
There's a price in my head
Does Colin know?
that I'm an outlaw. Aye. And Colin knows.
Now I know. Why did you tell me?
He asked. Thank you for the food and the
Let's try not to get flogged or stabbed today. That'd be thanks enough.
I think she just jinxed him.
Are you following me?
Duh. No shit.
It could be worse. I'll be sharing guard duty with Angus. He's in his cups more than out of them. A fornicator of women and a shagger of wee beasties when there's no women to be found.
And that's how the rumors of the sheep romances begin.
But I do hope your spies give you a full report.
4 days.
I leave with Mr. Petrie on Saturday. Forgive me. I would have thought your brother would have told you that. Perhaps you don't ken his mind.
Ooh. Ooh.
Do you know, those will start bleeding. To get rid of a child you don't want brings in your flux.
Why would she
The girls in the village come to me every now and again for such
why would
things.
she bring that up out of nowhere?
But I hope I'll see you tonight at the hall.
The hall.
And we have a party. Again, I'm sure it's gonna be much different than the parties at Bridgerton we're holding.
Ursel God, and me sure Geary Cashtis. A steimer and a malaka trua, who have us a shot.
They're neighbours, having a dispute over a cow.
Step forward and present yourself.
This is a Friday night entertainment.
Fighting over some property.
Reality TV in its earliest incarnation.
Her
father accuses her of loose behaviour.
With who? With who?
Brishni and Christina Dale. Agus, nach bevoch krioch, and jesker show.
He's offering to take the girl's punishment.
Why?
Yalum door na strach.
He chooses fists.
Fists.
Watch yourself, laddie. Your uncle is up to something.
What is happening? I'm following, but I'm not following at all. Why would Jamie take the punishment? What? The kidneys. Oh. And they were going to do this to that girl? I'm sure she would have gotten the belt across her butt, but...
How long does this go on for? Only until blood's drawn. Usually when the nose is broken. This is barbarous.
Yeah, it is. Case done. Oh! That was low. Why are they being such numbnuts? And there goes his teeth. Oh, he has such a nice smile, too. Was Jamie the one she was being loose with? Which would make sense. This whole thing's dumb. It's so dumb. I'm with Claire. It's barbarous.
Then why?
This is when I get distracted. Is why did she have earrings? Who gave her earrings? Where is she finding earrings? I know it has jack shit to do with the plot, but I'm curious.
I'm leaving with Mr. Petrie tomorrow.
Was he?
Yeah, what was he thinking? She was just going to stick around forever and ever? I have a feeling that Mr. Petrie's not going to be very nice.
You've been too kind.
Now she's got this shawl, big shawl cloak thing.
Caller wishes to see you.
Why?
It doesn't matter why.
Oh, come on. 3, 2.
Oh, yeah. The room, they didn't know what it was.
You know the uses of these potions and things.
Some.
Seeing as we have not had a healer since Davy passed, I want you to take up the work.
But I'm leaving.
You're staying.
Oh, how do you get around that?
Then why am I staying?
Because it is my pleasure that you do so. But until I know for sure, you will remain here as my guest.
That's what you call it. So how does she get home? How do you get home? That's such a hard predicament. But again, this show is beautiful. Production-wise, it's filthy as hell. Especially, okay, I liken it to Bridgerton because that's what I was watching last week. It was show in the past. British Isles. But it was very, very clean. Even though we know that like London at that time was not as clean as it appeared. But in comparison, Outlander is positively filthy. So just during Greenwich, which is more of the period. That's, mud and it's wet. I'm from the Seattle area, so I understand wet. Everything is damp all of the time. And when I've been to Scotland and it was felt very much at home. Green rolly hills that were wet as far as the eye can see. Only difference is here we got chain link fence and there they've got these lovely brick rock walls. So I see it and I'm instantly cold because I know that weather. But how is she going to get out of it? And that's why this show is intriguing to me so far, but it also makes me very, very tense because at any minute I'm expecting him to get ambushed. I'm expecting somebody to be shot, hit, stabbed. I can't relax. And I don't know, knowing how many seasons, 4, 5, 6 there are, that I can be that tense, expecting somebody to come out and try to kill them at any moment. I know Jamie survives. I know Claire survives. For the most part. So I'm not too worried about them being killed, but everybody else is fair game. They could be killed at any moment in horrible, horrific ways. And that makes me tense. But I'm enjoying so far. The music is lovely. It is enchanting. I love, again, the bagpipes and the flutes. Oh, it's just beautiful. So yeah, so far, so good. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure and for voting this for me to be the next thing that I watch. I do hope that you're enjoying watching me watch it and that you're also reliving the time that you watched it again for the first time. So please hit that subscribe so you know when I launch another video, because I hope to see you again real soon. Otherwise, until next time, y'all.